Troy Jamison is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping up now, Steve Rice comes in today, leading the American League in batting for the season.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And gone. An absolute bomb. So it's a solo shot on the very first pitch of the ball game, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
This guy has some pop in that leadoff spot. You have to be a little bit more careful than that. Threw him a first pitch strike, and he hit it over the wall.
So now to the plate, Bart Flash. Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
So coming to the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that. Tries to bunt his way on here, but this is a foul ball. And he misses with it, 1-1. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 or 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, the last game, they got to wash that down the drain. They got absolutely boat raced by a big margin. They got to put that behind them. Show up to the yard today looking to fight. Everything changes once the first pitch is thrown. Hey, some guys look out there, Dan, they don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, Dero, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out to center field. Frost is there, 2 gone. Standing in, Kevin Root, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. So far this season, Root carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
Great picture right there. You can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Digging in now, number 31, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. Base hit into right center. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 54.
Into the box, Blake Hamby to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Looking to minimize the damage here. Lined into left center. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Benji Easel, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Fellas, you look at these guys with a first inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Hamby is there, 1 away. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately. From top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice. Pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
First offering on its way. Timmy Fitzgerald comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he takes a cold strike 1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
1-2.
1 out, nobody on. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Set to get his day started, Judd, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box now, Benji Easel. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
The left fielder, number 32, Steve Rice.
Stepping up to the plate, Steve Rice. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now here's the pitch.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
2 out, nobody on. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Bottom of the inning now. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Raleigh Toth.
Raleigh Toth.
First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and 1 strike. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Toth has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball after the
Stuart Freeds waits on deck. The 3-1 pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Coming to the plate now, Stuart Freeds. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes.
ball that time.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Hamby will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Junior Gonzalez.
Now at the plate, Junior Gonzalez. First swings for him in this one, with a runner still at first and one gone. From the belt, the pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Oh, that's too high.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Very high, 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
The 2-1 home. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Stepping into the box, Lorenzo Diamond. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Diamond hits a little over the 270 mark. Toth leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Swung on and missed. 1-1. For the current campaign, Diamond begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. 1-1. Here it is.
Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's outside.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Left side. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bart Flash. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch of the at-bat. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Striding in, Jeffrey Bellamy. He singled his last time up. Set and the pitch, and he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Popped him up. Fitzgerald will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now that's second. Josh Means.
Now to the plate, Josh Means. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1.
Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in. And another throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Now the 0-1. Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
The 1-1. In his career, Means carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Now the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now. One out and a runner on second base. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Ready for another chance? Kevin Root. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Bottom of the third now, and now it'll be the catcher, Sergio Robles.
The catcher, Sergio Robles.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count. Ball 1.
And he lays off for ball 1. One and 2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time. 1 down. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Troy Jamison. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch. He swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hamby is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Bruce Frost.
Stepping in, Bruce Frost. First offering on its way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. Timmy Fitzgerald would be next. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 3-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Flash has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Pat Sample. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
In now, Blake Camby, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Number 22.
Ready now, Judd. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there at the knees, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this pitch arsenal, you just got to find a way to shorten up and battle, put something in play.
0-2 count, and the pitch.
Nope. The count is 1-2.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Standing in, Timmy Fitzgerald. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And they start him out away with a called strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
It's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
The 1-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Knee high, he barehands it. Hey now.
Now back.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Striding into the box, number 13 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And that misses for ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, number 13 carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Wally Todd.
Now at the plate, Raleigh Todd. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. The 1-0 home. Two out, nobody on. And that misses. 2-1. Hey. 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Stuart Freets would be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired.
Leading off for the Falcons, the pitcher, Benji Ezo.
First delivery to him on the way.
Oh, that's low.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Misses. Ball two.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
Still 2-2. And the pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Stepping in now, Steve Rice. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. 1 out, nobody on. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. Up the middle and in for a base hit.
The center fielder, number 8, Bart Black.
Standing in now, Bart Flash, as he'll take a look at ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. In there, a base hit. And he's safe.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, Hero. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
At the plate now, Jeffrey Bellamy. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get one, if not both of them, home.
Now batting.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. At the plate, Josh Means swings and sends it in the air out to left center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, there's a case of a jam sandwich right there. Not that bad of a pitch, but he's able to just be strong enough to loop that one into left field.
Dan, sometimes a jam sandwich tastes much better than a rocket right at somebody.
Into the box now, Kevin Root, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. There's strike two as the slider hits the outside corner. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
So now to the plate, Pat Sample, and a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Oh, 2. Here it is. Fouled off. The pause. And the 0-2. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 5th coming up. The Falcons are out in front here, 2-0. Riding in once again, Stuart Creeds. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Now the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Junior Gonzalez.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Junior Gonzalez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Now here's the pitch.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And we've got two guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. Stepping in, Lorenzo Diamond. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Hamby will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Blake Hamby.
Number 54.
Here comes the first pitch. Late that time for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Diamond has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Number 22.
Ready for another shot now. Judd, he'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Heading out toward shallow right. Toth will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning.
Now back, the pitcher, Benji Eagle.
So here now's the pitcher, Benji Eagle, hitting in his own turn with his guys up by 2 in inning number 6. First offering on its way.
Nope, outside.
Now the 1-0.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty, everything on the outer half of the plate.
A 1-1.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Steve Rice. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 home. It's taken down and in for a ball.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
The 2-1 home. A runner on first with 2 away. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His second home run of the game as they move on top 4-0.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Howard Johnson is on and he'll take over on the mound in relief. In now, Bart Flash. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. That evens it up 1-1. Now the pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch is a fastball high, so it runs full, 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. The bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. The Sandlot is out in front here, 4-0. Now batting, Sergio Robles. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that's in there for strike 1. Strike 2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Sal Batista will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The numbers coming in: 278 the average, 8 home runs, and 22 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Into right field. That's a base hit.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
To the plate now, Bruce Frost, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A ball and a strike. Fouled away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Standing in now, Timmy Fitzgerald, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No hits to this point. One 0 count. Here it is. Pulled toward right center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Aramis Sanchez is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Seventh inning ready to roll, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy. Here's the pitch. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Oh, up around the chin there, 2-0.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Line to the right side, so he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning, and he'll get in there safely.
Now batter.
So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Stepping in now, Josh Means, As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 50, second baseman, Kevin Root.
Ready once again, Kevin Root. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
Ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses down below the knees.
I got 2-1 to count.
And he popped him up. And that's going to get the job done. It's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Now a 5-0 lead.
Boy, not much you can do with that one from a pitching standpoint. Dero makes a pretty good pitch, and somehow, some way, this guy's able to muscle one in for a base hit.
Yeah, and you know what? Good job by the hitter right there, not trying to do too much. I know he got jam sandwiched right there, but he was able to find some green grass and give himself a chance.
At the plate, Pat Sample. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Sliced hard on the ground. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Hey, guys, right there, you look for weaknesses. Can a guy come in? Can he command in? Obviously not the case in this situation. He went to the well outside half 3 times, and eventually the batter made a nice adjustment.
At the plate now, Blake Hamby. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Man, that is such a wasted opportunity. 2 on, 1 out. Perfect situation to induce a grounder and get out of the inning, but instead he's wild, and both runners advance, taking the double play situation away.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box, Judd. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. A ball and a strike.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Second and third, 2 away. Oh, and he misses it. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a couple of men left. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Sandlot leads it 5-0. Now in the box, number 13. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And a ball, 1-0.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Two balls and a strike. And that misses up and in, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
To the plate now, Raleigh Hoff, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Hit hard to third. No problem here. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Stewart.
Digging in, Stuart Creeds. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch.
No, that's down.
The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Here it comes, 2-0. Hit out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop, Junior Gonzalez.
At the plate, Junior Gonzalez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
1-0 the count. Not close. It's 2-0.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Chopper to short. Barehanded at his knees. It's there, and he's out. Lamar Coates has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Joel Sloan is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. He'll come in here at 259. 3 homers and 25 driven in. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. The 1-1.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Now the 3-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Frost is right there. 1 down. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Steve Rice will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game, as he'll stand in here looking for number 3. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball, 1-0. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
So now to the plate, Bart Flash, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Here's a hard hit ball to the left side that'll be taken in out there at short. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now.
Now back, the first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Into the box now, Jeffrey Bellamy has got 3 hits, including a double to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
That pitch is up.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
No strike.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Three and 0 now.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
Now the 3-0 offering, and that misses. Ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Means. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First offering on its way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled off. Two men are on with 2 men out. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today. David Ellis is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
David Ellis.
ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Lorenzo Diamond.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Nope.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
Count 1-0.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Rice ranges into foul territory as he makes the catch out near the wall for out number one. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Hey, what a great job of mixing speeds and mixing up his pitches. 2 hits allowed in this one. Dominant performance.
Stepping in now, Sergio Robles. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Can't catch up to that pitch, and it's a ball and a strike. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Change of speed there, but it's taken for a ball. 2-2.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
The 2-2 is in there. A called strike 3.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Jose Ramirez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Ramirez.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. The 1-0. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 4th home run for him on the season. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1. Sure, you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. Standing in now, Bruce Frost, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, that's just out. Two balls, 1 strike.
Popped up. Bellamy is calling for it. And that ends the inning. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. Ninth inning straight ahead. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Dana Clark enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Digging in, Kevin Root. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon.
Root.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. Throw won't get him.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch and picking up 2 bags on 1 swing.
At the plate now, Pat Sample as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. A runner at second, nobody out. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Two and one. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. Blake Hamby is on deck. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Now at the plate, Blake Hamby. First offering on its way. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Hamby is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. First and second here with nobody out. That's lifted the other way out to left. Diamond is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Now batting, number 22.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Judd, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. First pitch on its way. Low for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now the 2-0 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Ripped down the first base line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Toth is there, 2 down.
The pitcher, number 26, David Ellis.
Bruce Sanders will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit well on the ground to first. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. James Say will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Leading off the inning, Timmy Fitzgerald, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman, Timmy Fitzgerald.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 13.
So striding forward now, number 13. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time. Sometimes you got to pull out the ambush tactic. You don't know what the best pitch is going to be. Oh, right there. Get me a knock for the left side.
In now, Raleigh Toth, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
The count is 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. One there. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Falcons jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Benji Easel earns his 6th winning decision in this one as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 13 men on base. For the home team, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.